It was supposed to be a simple Sunday dinner out of the house. Jackie was taking an early morning flight and would miss my 33rd birthday on Wednesday. She had hired a babysitter, a teenager named Sarah who lived a few houses down, and it was Jackie who found a little bistro near the college campus for my birthday dinner. We had just been served after-dinner drinks when a small group of ladies followed a man into the bistro. He was wearing a black leather Ascot Ivy driver's cap, had a skinny salt and pepper ponytail that was mid-back length and a matching beard. He had a box of books under his left arm. One of the ladies in the group waved slightly at us. "Who is that?" I asked. "Amanda. She was one of my bridesmaids. I wonder what she's doing here. I can't believe you don't remember her." "Honey, I only have eyes for you," I smirked at Jackie. "What a bunch of bullshit. I'm going to go see what's going on." So, I sat there, sipping my drink, while Jackie cooled down. 5 minutes passed, then another 5 before I headed over to where they were gathered. Jackie didn't notice my presence. The sign-in sheet said, Pierre Lacroix, author of love novels. As it turned out, one of Jackie's favorites. She signed up for the fan email newsletter. I didn't, but I noticed that Jackie used a different email address, new to me anyway. That seemed weird to me. This dude turned on his charm. All the ladies were dainty flowers or beautiful petals. It was enough to make me throw up. Jackie became my gray-eyed butterfly. My eyes couldn't have rolled any harder. Since I wasn't interested and we needed to get home with the babysitter, I silently walked over to Jackie, tugging Jackie's forearm. "It's time to go. We promised Sarah we'd be home by 8 o'clock. You go. I'm enjoying the companionship." "We came as a couple. We leave as a couple," with a swooping brush as if dismissing a servant. "Just go." "I'll hitch a ride home. You know I'm a self-sufficient grown-up girl. Give Sarah $10 for a tip. There's hell to pay for that." As I made my way to the exit, I turned around and saw that those gathered were mimicking Jackie's movement, swatting away and giggling. Jackie was the center of attention. Well, if Jackie is a self-sufficient woman, I am capable of handling the kids for a week. We had promised them a trip to Orlando, and it was time to make that dream a reality. As soon as the fire in my eyes dimmed, I pulled over and made 3 reservations for Orlando. The kids and I were going on vacation. Calling ahead, I asked Sarah to have the kids pack their wheeled suitcases with enough clothes for a week. Stopping at the ATM, I withdrew my daily limit. After making sure Sarah got home safely through a half-dozen doors further down the street, I loaded the suitcases into our SUV. Buckling both kids in, I took one last walk around the house. On the main level, we have 3 doors leading out of the house. Upstairs, we have a patio outside our upstairs master bedroom. After locking the 3 doors with the latches, I turned off all the lights and crept through the darkness into our master bedroom. I locked the bedroom door to the patio behind me. When I slid down the support beam, I ended up breaking the lattice that supported the clematis vines. Other than breaking a window or door, there was no way to get into the house. Jackie must realize this, but maybe I'm wrong. The kids surrounded me, trying to figure out where we were going and why Mom wasn't with us. I confiscated the phones from the kids. Once in the landing zone, I turned off the GPS functions on mine and the kids' gadgets, and then immediately turned them off. We landed around midnight, but were getting settled in our room until 2 a.m. Both of them were worked up, but the hot chocolate made them snore quickly. Monday, we did some independent entertaining in Kissimmee. The kids were tired and overexcited by the time we got back to the room. That's when I finally turned on my cell phone. Jackie's first voicemail came in at 11:48 p.m. on Sunday night. This book signing must have been really popular. "Riley, open the damn door. I know you're in there." The tone of the next few messages was getting downright nasty. The 12:38 p.m. message made me chuckle. "Mr. Parsons, this is Officer Riggins. Your wife has made a scene outside your home. Please come to the door and talk to me, or you can call me back at this number." I didn't delete anything, just in case I wanted to call the good officer back. At 2:02 a.m. "You're a fucking asshole. The police just told me to find another place to stay. I need my laptop and presentation materials. Open the fucking door now, or again, I swear I'll charge you in the divorce." Wow. If she doesn't calm down, she's gonna have a stroke. For a self-sufficient adult girl, she's definitely worried. I had at least a dozen calls to listen to and more text messages than I could count. That's when my phone started buzzing. It was Jackie. My first reaction was too hasty, but I should probably let her know the kids were okay. The more I thought about her words, the more I realized I didn't know this woman. Divorce? Just like that? I called the credit card companies and informed them that our joint cards were missing. The resort has an ATM in the business center, so I snuck out for a few minutes and withdrew my daily maximum in cash. Jackie's parents left a polite message, so I texted them that the kids and I were on vacation and having a great time without Jackie. Just as I was about to listen to messages from Jackie on Monday, it came out that her work-related trip was a nasty disaster and that it was all my fault. She mentioned the divorce again. It bothered me, but I was exhausted, so I didn't lose any sleep over it. Tuesday, we bought 3-day passes to Disneyland. I thought very little of Jackie. Thursday morning, my ATM card was no longer working. This was getting interesting. Still, with my AEX work card and a few days of cash withdrawals, the kids and I had enough resources to get home. By Sunday evening, we were ready to head home. My oldest said something that shocked me. "It was really fun, Daddy, especially without Mommy. I don't think she likes us now." "She must be under a lot of pressure at work, son," is all I could think of at that moment. We found the house empty when we arrived Monday afternoon. I don't know how, but the latch on the front door was no longer locked. Jackie had found a way in. Upon further inspection, it appeared that the latch on the back door had been ripped off. The kids were exhausted, so I sent them to take a nap while I unloaded the SUV. That's when the flower delivery truck stopped in front of our house. A young lady handed me a vase, mumbling something about having a good day. The card was addressed to Jackie. "Forgot to thank you for warning me about Pierre signing books. Too bad it ended at 9 o'clock. I really got carried away with it. We should have lunch or dinner sometime. Amanda." It took a few minutes for her to get to me. Jackie didn't call until almost midnight. After a few minutes, I realized that Jackie was planning to meet Pierre, which is why we went to that bistro. That made my next decision easier. As soon as Jackie got home, I left for another 2 weeks. It was her turn to take care of the kids. Since I work from home, I have been their primary caregiver. Jackie's going to have a hard time coping. I packed the SUV with my valuables, clothes, and work-related items. I also packed all of Jackie's love novels. I'll look for clues in them later. Logging on to my bank's website, I discovered that our current and savings accounts were locked. At least the money was still there. I discovered our brokerage accounts were unlocked and changed them immediately. I gave the kids a quick hug and kiss. I told them I was on a 2-week business trip. Jackie's eyes fixed on me. I smiled, which pissed her off even more. "I'd love to stay, but I have a 2-week business trip. The kids are yours. Bye, guys." And I was out the door. "Come back here. You can't do that. I have a business trip of my own on Wednesday." I didn't quite hear Jackie's entire rant. After parking the SUV at the airport, I took the bus back to the city. My days were spent working for the company and researching divorce laws in our state. At best, I could expect every other weekend and every other major holiday. The holidays would alternate every year, Christmas one year, Thanksgiving the next. Maintenance, isn't that a friendly word, was probably a little against me since I was earning more. Child support was being calculated. I can certainly understand why some people thought it was cheaper to keep it. The calls and texts had largely dried up. Jackie seems to have decided on a strategy. If you do enough digging, you can find out anything. I found out that Jackie had actually filed for divorce. It was only a matter of time before I got served. Game changer. I made an appointment with a divorce attorney who handled paternal custody matters. I wanted kids and would do almost anything to get them, even though my research told me I was screwed. Staring up at the ceiling of my hotel, I decided to look through Jackie's love affairs. 3 of Lacroix's novels had been signed by Pierre, including one on the night of my birthday dinner. I researched where Lacroix had signed the books to determine where Jackie had traveled. Was it an affair or just some strange infatuation? I just loved the video feature on cell phones. The processing server sent a 1-minute video showing the moment Jackie was served. The divorce papers were served at work in front of her co-workers. To say she lost her composure is not enough to do justice to her performance. The ranting and raving eventually caught the attention of the manager who sent her home. As soon as I surfaced, I was handed Jackie's divorce papers. Let the games begin. The first rounds were predictable. I could have spent every other weekend with the kids. It was obvious that Jackie was already poisoning their minds. How was it that a loving couple, if that's what we were, could go off the rails so easily? About 2 months later, the divorce was postponed after Jackie was arrested for assault. Apparently, she made a big scene at a book signing event. I was in the gallery when her case was tried to a jury. The prosecutor was tough. He presented individual emails, reading each one aloud. Jackie's moans of longing grew louder each time. From placroix@light.com, my sweet gray-eyed butterfly. Please don't be mad at your friend, but I couldn't hold back any longer. Can I call you Jackie? I so enjoyed our time together that Sunday night. Please use this email address I created just for us. My press secretary responds to fan email addresses. Love, Pierre. Pierre, like I told you the other night, what we did was a big mistake, one that I should never have made. I need to forget it ever happened. Jackie. I muttered, bitch, loud enough for my father to nudge me with his elbow, though he whispered the same thing. From placroix@light.com, Jackie, how can you forget that night? I know you felt it too. We're meant to be together, but if you were just using me, then I understand. But the look in your eyes that night told me otherwise. Love, Pierre. Pierre, I wasn't using you. Yes, I did feel something, and still do. It just caused a major rift in my marriage. What we did was wrong. Yours, Jackie? Each letter drew more and more chuckles from the gallery. The prosecutor introduced a few more. A laugh and a snort made Jackie blush like a beet. From placroix@lit.com, I never had any intention of interfering in your marriage, but sometimes love turns a blind eye when soulmates finally meet. What's going on with your marriage, my love? My jerk of a husband took our kids on a week-long vacation to Orlando and then left me alone with them for another 2 weeks. At first, I was planning on filing for divorce just to get his attention, but now I feel like I have to see it through. And lo and behold, before he's even been served, he's filed for divorce and is petitioning the court for full custody. That rascal. No doubt the court will side with you. My attorney is concerned. Riley has documented my lack of involvement in child rearing over the past year. Damn it! I have a very responsible job and he works from home. Let him keep those kids. I want you to have my children. Pierre, that's so sweet, but I love my kids. You can love our children, and if he wins custody, you'll have limited visitation. Think about it. The sooner we get together, the sooner we can start a family. I'll think about it, love. A murmur went up in the gallery, many condemning Jackie for her willingness to even consider abandoning her children. A few blows of the gavel and the judge restored order. After a few more love messages were read aloud, they got to the main one. From placroix@lit.com, Jackie, great news. I'll be doing a book signing in Elliott, 80 miles from you. My new book is about our love. I'll have a special copy for you. Please tell me you're coming. My heart beats so hard in the hope that you will not only come but stay with me for a night or perhaps forever. Love, Pierre. My dear Pierre, yes, yes, and yes again. My divorce is now in process. We are now living apart, and I am letting him keep the children more and more. You and our children will be the center of my love. Yours forever. Love, Jackie. This elicited groans and sobs from Jackie and laughs from the audience. Many knew what happened at the book signing. Once order returned to court. Your Honor, I'd like to submit a police report concerning Mrs. Jackie Parsons. At approximately 4:15, Mrs. Jackie Parsons made her way to the front of the line. Mr. Stanley Crowd, who was playing the role of Mr. Lacroix, recoiled when she tried to hug and kiss him. Mrs. Parsons did not take no for an answer. She became aggressive. Security was called to escort Mrs. Parsons away. She yelled that she and Pierre were soulmates and would soon be married. At this point, Mrs. Crowd introduced herself and warned her in no uncertain terms to stay away from her husband. Mrs. Parsons broke free from the guard and attacked Mr. and Mrs. Crowd. She was arrested for these assaults. One more point, Your Honor. The police were able to determine that the Placroix mail account at lit.com was created using Mrs. Parsons' home Wi-Fi. Plus. The prosecution would like to call Mr. Stanley Crowd to the stand after formalities. Do you use the Placroix mail address at lit.com? No, sir, never heard of it. Have you done any book signings at Elliott? Yes, sir, it was my turn to be Pierre. Being Pierre, you mean you acted as if you were Pierre Lacroix? That's right. There is no Pierre Lacroix. 4 of us take turns pretending to be Pierre. The book signing schedule is too intense for one person. If there's no Pierre, who writes the books? An ever-changing cast of pieceworkers, mostly college students making a little money. Have you ever met Jackie Parsons? Not until she attacked me. Were you the Pierre who signed books in University Park? No, that was Jack Quigley. No further questions, Your Honor. The sound of Jackie's sobs echoed through the courtroom. From that moment on, the case against Jackie Parsons moved forward quickly. She was found guilty. At sentencing, she was ordered to perform 200 hours of community service and 2 years of probation. Plus, epilogue. For Jackie, the worst part was how this affected her custody battle. She insisted that I was the one sending those emails. With no proof, this presented Jackie as unstable and unhinged. The divorce court agreed. Jackie now attends on a schedule of 2 weekends a month and alternating holidays. She is the one who pays child support. Looks like someone broke her spirit. Being a truly good-hearted person, every time a new love novel by Pierre Lacroix comes out, I ask someone to sign it, to my gray-eyed butterfly, Love Pierre. Then send it to Jackie at her office. God, that woman has a way with words.